All right, so everybody knows, once again, heretofore, to wit, to what, the dog is an idiot. So whatever I come up with, you could take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes when I harass or whatever you would say, impugn the character of Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis, it's not that I'm against, people of the like. It's that those two are schlep rocks. They're the North Cassants. That means their brains are in their buttocks. They're imbeciles. But let me just see. You be the judge. Okay, let's just go over. So first off, Florida. Only Florida could come up with Ron DeSantis. The funny thing about Ron is no one liked Ron until Trump endorsed him. Now, the crazy thing is almost everyone who Trump endorses, like Dr. Oz and the like, they lose. Somehow Ron won. Ron was the antithesis of what normally happens. Normally, Donald puts you up a la Herschel Walker, all the other ones. The two senators, Herschel and the lady that lost in Georgia. It's hilarious. Only Donald could go to Georgia and lose bigly. I mean, come on. What are you going to say? Anyways. Only Florida, I think, could come up with Ron DeSantis, whatever. So the most hilarious part is that once Donald endorsed Ron took off like a bottle rocket. He became this ultra-powerful governor. He runs for, whatever, and Donald gives him an anti-endorsement, and the anti-endorsement appears to be bringing Ron DeSantis down. Now, what are you going to do? If they stick Donald in the hoosegow, Ron is going to be the next man up. But God bless us, everybody, and far be it from me, and pity's sake for Florida, because Florida is like the Australia of the United States of America, the armpit of the country, you might say. They live where the hurricanes are. That's pretty good. Yeah, live where the hurricanes are. That's good for you, everybody. It's good, smart. Go live where the hurricanes are. That's a good thing. Whatever. So, Hurricane Idella or something. Idella. I don't even know. It's strengthening and strengthening and strengthening. It looks like it's going to make landfall, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty big deal. So, again, this is indicative of the kind of governors that come out of Florida. Old Ronnie Boy says, Ron DeSantis, he's warning residents to make sure they have a plan in place before the hurricane hits. Hey, Governor, can you read between the lines? Can you show us the fine print? Have a plan in place. What's my plan? Hey, I'm the governor, okay? My job is to warn you. You got to have it. You want big government? You want me to interfere? You want me to make sure I tell you where all the evacuation routes? Listen, there's only enough room on the evacuation routes for the elites, all the rich people. They got to get to the helipads and the little tiny airport strips so they can fly off in their Piper Cubs and their Valier jets, whatever. Listen, what I'm telling you is the regular people don't go into the swamps. The swamps are the first thing to flood, all right? But you need to have a plan in place. What's that plan? We destroyed all the gas. You got no gas. We're probably not going to give you no water or food or nothing to assist you. Listen, we're going to be busy taking care of the elites. You are forewarned. This is little government. Get a plan in place. Believe me, you'll sleep better if you got a plan in place. Maybe you'll drown, but as long as you had up to that moment a peace of mind about the plan in place, the drowning won't be so bad. Believe me, that's about the best advice I could give you as Governor DeSantis of the great state of Florida. The best thing I can offer you is a little bit better of a drowning incident, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Some people say it does. Some people say it doesn't. The other thing I wanted to say is that there was a guy. He looked to be like he was a little bit normal. Somehow he wormed his way through the wood whack. He got through the goose net, whatever they call it. Whatever. It's where they strain the curds of cheese and they let all the ooze come out. It's disgusting. This guy, he got through the fingertips. He slipped through the crack. So this normal, regular guy, he stands up there and he says, and this is a quote, by the way, this is a dog quote, this Florida official who looked like he was half-assed normal. To put this system into the historical context, there are no major hurricanes in the historical database going back to 1851 that have tracked into Appalachia Bay. Don't mess around with this. It's already a swampy, the bay can't absorb a hurricane. The bay is going to be lifted up and shoved into the neighboring whatever. And Governor Ron is like, listen, the best advice I could have is have a plan in place. This includes flooding the back of your toilet bowl, putting your fish in there. Worst comes to worst, you get cut off, you could drink the water, you could eat the fish. That's a big plan. That's a good plan. Another big plan would be, get all canned things. Don't have too much perishable. And if you get things that float, maybe not cans, maybe get you a bunch of Doritos. Maybe you get a bunch of Mountain Dew. You drink half the Mountain Dew. You reseal it up. It all float in the flood. The waters go back down, and you're munching Doritos and sipping, whatever you call it, the Mountain Dew until you can stand again. Once you can stop floating, then you can get some better to eat. Whatever. That's the thing. That would be a kind of a plan that I would have in place as your governor, your favorite governor and mine. That's me. I'm Ron DeSantis now, so I'm giving the advice. So it's something I would pay close attention to. But signing off, I don't know. I think I'm going to go where Ted Cruz went that one time down to Mexico and bathe in the sun while you people struggle and whatever. Keep your chin up. Keep your nose up. Keep your nose above the floodwaters, folks. That's a good piece of advice. That's a good plan. Maybe you get a big straw, have it at the ready, put a little flotation device on the top of the straw, maybe get a thing or whatever, I don't know what. Maybe get a biscuit from Hardee's and tie it off to the top of your straw. So if you're down there snagged on something where it's too fat to float up, you can't get up there, maybe the straw will be just an extra little bit you need to survive. Once the waters recede, sooner or later, you'll be standing on the ground. That's the best plan I have for you. As governor of Florida, I'm saying this: survive, float. When the waters recede, you'll be standing on the ground again. It's a beautiful thing. Don't worry about it. You got it covered.